Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Jessie at Grace and Truth Ministries, and today I am just feeling a little bit, I don't know what the word is. I guess I'm just a little emotional maybe, and having been going through some challenges, and my normal daily activities like for faith, for praying and being in the Word and journaling and stuff have just kind of been taken backslide a little bit with all the things that have been going on, which is not healthy. And obviously, you know, God is who gets us through things, and He's who brings us through our journey. So I just wanted to take some time today and do some journaling, and I kind of thought, like, you know what, maybe I'll just record it and chat with you guys and see how it goes. So I was just gonna get started, and I've got my tea here. I was feeling very like I needed to bring a little bit of nurturing to the day. It's raining outside. It's got that little element of whimsy and drama, so I thought tea would be a great kind of added bonus. I have some very berry tea today. I ate something kind of gross at lunch, and so now my stomach feels a little bit unsettled, so I thought tea would be a good help. But yeah, let's get started. So I've never done this before, and I don't really know, like, you know, how it's gonna turn out, because I've never live journaled before, so we'll see. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink here quick. That's good. Does anybody like tea? I love it. Okay, so here's my faith journal currently. It's in my little fun little system like this, and I have my my hobonichi here, and then I've got my Bible study notes here, and then I'm doing a little traveler's notebook for my husband. It's called Prayers for My Husband. But today I think I'm going to work in here. So like I said, I've been behind, and I'm just gonna pull this guy out and set this aside for now, and kind of get started in here. I still have not given you guys a tour of my hobonichi. Oh my gosh, that is messy. Ew. Sorry. Like I said in a different video, I am going to put stickers on this on the end because I am such a messy artist, and maybe you guys will actually see that today. But I will take time to show you guys my hobonichi when I get to that point, but I'm just gonna journal today. I need it. It's been a while. It's been a few days. As you can see, I missed like Wednesday. Today is Friday, and so I'm just gonna kind of do some thinking here, and kind of go through it. So I have, how I set up my planners is I take the week ahead and I kind of pre-paint some things on there because, oh, see this, I made the mistake. I thought it was a day journal, but it really is the month of September. Because usually when I take time to do my journaling, I don't have a lot of time, and so I have to be quick about it. So having the days kind of like pre-painted gives me a good starting point for what I'm going to do, and then I can go from there. And as you can see, I'm like, how many days behind now? 1, 2, 3, 4 days behind. Yeah, this week has just been bad. Well, first of all, it's the beginning of school, and so that's actually an exciting thing for kids and for everybody. But I'm a daycare teacher, and for us, the school year gets a little crazy. As things kind of come up. So I'm a slow cutter, y'all. I have a what's it called? One of those cutting things, but I don't know where it is. I think it's at my grandparents' house. When I got divorced and I moved out of my out of my house, I brought a lot of my extra supplies, and I've been storing them at a duplex that my dad owns, that my grandparents live at, because my house that I moved out of was like a 4,000 square foot house, and then I moved into a 900 square foot apartment. So I had a lot of things that just weren't gonna make the jump. This is a crappy scissors, sorry. They weren't gonna make the jump into my new space. And then when I moved again from that really bad apartment into the home with my husband, I just didn't like get my stuff out of storage, because this house is kind of small too. So sorry, I should probably explain what I'm doing here. What I try to do when I'm putting my like daily pages together is I will take like images that I like and just kind of start with the background, and I usually try to color coordinate things, and you know, see what I think is going to be kind of like good together. And I kind of have a general like theme for myself. Like I have specific colors that I really gravitate to. I love this color very much, this like mustard yellow color. I love oranges, these colors as well. I have a tendency to stick with the same color palettes kind of over and over, just because that's, you know, what I enjoy. But yeah, so I'll try to put like ideas together or things that I'm considering for the page, and I usually will do it in like a color manner. If you can see, I'm terrible, I'm sorry. I'm not a good artist because I take images off of Pinterest and I just print them. And you know what, like I will still buy art from artists off of Etsy. I support them that way. A lot of my number pages and stuff like that comes from Etsy artists, but I will, generally speaking, just find things that pique my interest and you know, kind of go from there. And yeah, I feel like I'm vibing on some of these guys. I will spend about maybe like once every 2 weeks or something, and I'll just collect like imagery, because I kind of have a tendency to go through it pretty fast. I like using images in a quick way of putting together pages, because like I said, I gotta be like fast at things because I don't have a lot of time. So generally speaking, even though I am an artist and I can make art, I don't usually make art. I kind of have a tendency to pull art. But in this one, I really like this one because the actual like image is this right here. I got this like page out of a coloring book that I had gotten at the Dollar General, and I cut it, and then what I did is I took the picture and I just kind of continued it into like the next page. So the mountain kind of had a finish to it, and the forest line kind of came through this way. This little guy, this is a cutout of like down here where the picture continued. But I put a little crabby monster on there because I was feeling pretty crabby, and there's a lot going on in my life right now. And then I put this little guy on there. You know, he's in the forest and he's helping out the crabby dragon, and he's basically telling him it's okay to be sad, and you know, that's kind of, you know, what's going on. So yeah, on a personal note, I have a diagnosis that I'm going through. I don't have it completed yet, but my eye is hemorrhaging on the optical nerve, and they're not sure what is causing it. They think it might be MS, multiple sclerosis. They think it could be some disease that women in their 40s get. they're not really sure. They haven't even ruled out tumors at this point. So there's just a lot of like feelings that I'm experiencing. So yeah, so this is kind of the process I use. I put together art, and then I play with it, try to figure out where I want it to go. This guy, because of the angle, I feel like it either needs to be in this section of the page or this one, because otherwise you're getting too into the corners. I don't really know how I want to do this. Sorry, I'm sure this is boring in some ways. Okay. I feel like you want to maybe... That's actually kind of interesting. What if I put you in the middle? I don't know what I want to do. I'm just gonna be my weird self, y'all. I'm not... Okay, I'm gonna stick with that. That's cool. Alright, so then... Oh my gosh, where did that glue go? Because I am a daycare like director, a lot of my supplies have a tendency to just be, you know, Crayola or whatever, as is the case with my school glue here. I just use what I have, and that's kind of okay. Like, I feel like you can get crazy and can buy all these things, and trust me, I do buy things, but sometimes it's important to just use the provisions that God gives you in your life and to be mindful of the resources. And actually, that's something very much biblical. You know, God speaks to our hearts about being mindful of the resources He provides, and you know, that's part of the tithe. Oh, I like how this has those like drips, and then there's these drips here. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he gives us the money in our life as blessings, and then, but it's his. It was his all along, and I think that that's something that, you know, we need to be reminded of when we're working, you know, with the stuff that we have, and just like ask yourself, am I taking for granted like what I have? Am I being too like greedy and wanting more? Because he gives us what we need, and the provisions, everything is his. So just having that mindset or understanding, I think, is helpful for when you are doing something that as a hobby that costs money or that kind of thing, that it's okay just to use Elmer's glue. I mean, what's the big deal? It's glue. It was good since you were 5 years old. So, and I understand a lot of it is like for longevity of your images and making sure that, you know, it doesn't stain the paper or whatever, but I am in the position of just doing what's gonna work. Oh, sorry, y'all. So you'll find that I am like a rudimentary journaler here. My whole like aspects to what I do is I don't really follow rules. I don't know what they are in the journal world. I just do what I want to do. And that's okay. Like, it's a relationship I'm building with Jesus through this faith practice, and it gives me a time to just be like at peace, especially in these more difficult, do I want to cut the, yeah, maybe, in these more difficult areas of my life where I'm in this waiting period. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's been so hard to be prayerful, and it's been so hard to be trusting God and like turning to him for support and the things that I need. I feel like as much as I want to turn to him and just put that at the forefront, I think the enemy is playing in my mind and making me, question so much. And so sometimes I just need to pause and remind myself, like, he's in control of all of this. The amount of time that I have in this world, he's in control of that. Where I go, what I do, all of those things, he's guiding me in the places he wants me to be. And that's, I just have to take the time that I have been given and use it to the best of my ability. And I think I'm going to use these. They don't match it totally, but I like the idea that it's a camera because I really just need to take a moment and moment by moment in this world right now and just pause and reflect and be okay with the unknown. So that's where I'm at. And I really liked that picture of Jesus hugging that lady because that's what I kind of need right now. I just need his big loving hug. So that's my reminder that he's here for us. So I usually put dates on my pages because I like keeping track of where I am in the journals, and I'm also one of those people that, like, if I just use undated pages, which a lot of people do that, I don't always, like, stay on track of it. So what do y'all think? I don't know where to go with that sucker. I guess maybe right there. Yeah, but then he's covering up that guy. I don't like you. You're just gonna go there. Yeah, I find that the more that you can stay on top of a hobby, the better off you do with it. And that's anything, any routine that you're starting fresh, you're starting new, the more you stay on top of doing it, the more likely you are to succeed at doing it. So that's been my mantra. I shouldn't say mantra, but that's been my practice for quite a while, since I started in a journey of healing after my divorce and my walk in faith. God gives so many scripture that talk about, how to live a life that is not just honoring him, but that brings peace, and that brings a sense of joy. And I've been trying to take those scriptures and, like, do what it is that he discusses, because it really does help. So sometimes I'll come in and do these weird little things, I don't know, while I'm getting the pages ready. I got this thing. I know it's not, like, it looks like a little kid thing, but you guys, I'm a daycare teacher. I'm like a little kid. I like little kid stuff. But sometimes I'll come in and do, like, little marks just to give the page some continuity and focus. And yeah, I like doing, like, little additional things. It doesn't always turn out, and that's what I'm gonna say. Like, sometimes your page is not gonna be good. It's gonna be really dumb, and you might not like it, and that's, like, give yourself grace. Just give yourself grace, because each day is something different. Each time you go at it, you learn something new, and that's okay. So I use a lot of the Tombow markers. I do have another set of the Stad letters. Is that how you say that? Stadler markers as well. This was the first set I got, and because it was less expensive than the Tombows, and I do still use them because they it was the first set I had and there was a lot of them, but this set has like more of a defined line or edge on the top of the brush pen than this set. This set is a little more like rounded, and so what happens when you're lettering is I personally like the letters that I get better from this. So I am going to do I'm going to just do a little bit of a title aspect to this, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, I am not very good at lettering. I am still like in the learning process, and my handwriting is not the greatest. So it just is what it is, y'all. Dear Jesus. Oops. That's what I mean. You're gonna make mistakes. Like, look at that. No, I'll have to incorporate that into that page somehow. That's okay. Sorry, as you can tell, I kind of have to focus when I write letters. Where do I want to put it? It's too close to that. Okay, so there's the like setup for my page, you guys, and yeah, so then from here I will go through and do like my writing, and I usually try to keep my writing below the like entry part, so I'll fill in these like spaces here, and then I might come back in with adding some extra lines or something like that, but I don't know that I will. I kind of like that space there. So my plan for this journal component is to write in, you know, what's been going on and why I feel so a little bit sad, I guess. It's just, you know, this aspect with my eye, like, it's just kind of melting my brain a little bit. So that's also kind of why I picked this mushroom guy. For anybody who is saved, some of us have not always walked the straight and narrow path, and I am one of those people. Anyways, I feel like I can't think about anything else right now. I've been so fixated on, you know, knowing what's going on and trying to seek peace and just having the ability to pause and wait on God as he does his work and everything for his glory. It's like I know this at an intellectual level, but I've never gone through a health situation before. I've witnessed my parents go through things and I've been there for them, but I've never personally done it. And so I know he's strengthening me for his glory and his good. And I know that the outcomes, no matter what the end result of the diagnosis is going to be all, you know, in his glory. And I know I will learn from this experience. And some days are better than others, like in this waiting process. So the diagnosis came, or the problem came, let's see, so this is September 1st. So the problem started this day, the 17th. And so I've been like, all of my journaling has just been constantly like about this situation because I'm just waiting. And the next appointment I have isn't until next week. So everything that I've been writing is like, look, there's eyes everywhere. I. Like, here he's hiding because I'm sad. Here's an eye telling me to breathe. So you can tell there's just like, it's so like that. Oh, and then I loved this. This is from Raising Apologetics. It says, if there is a wave crashing against you in your life, maybe it's for your ultimate good. You can rest assured that it has passed through the loving hands of the Father that wants to grow your dependence on him, the steady, loving, and unchanging rock of ages. And that, oh my goodness, amen, because it has passed through the loving hands of the Father. And I need to keep reminding myself of that as I keep going through this process, and I am, focusing on the provisions he provides and the rest he provides, and in the time that I'm experiencing this waiting period and that I'm going through this, I want to make sure I'm spending time and focusing on him, on his word, on all of those things, so that I am ready for what he brings next. So yeah, that's what I'm going to write in that little space right there. So I'm not going to make you guys stick around for that part because it does take me a little bit to get my wording. But I want to show, I guess, another thing quick. So this little guy here is this is like my tracker jacker. I don't know what to say about it other than that. It's my hobonichi Teco. It's the AVEC one, so it's July to December. I got this guy because I wanted to like keep track of my appointments and that kind of stuff in a smaller way, and I also wanted to keep track of my memories, well, so that I could journal them. So this is I'll put my like personal appointments in this section, but then what I do is it's not really like fancy because this isn't my primary journal. It's literally my to-do lists and my memories. So when I go through and I'm journaling like in this guy or in my memory journal, I'll pull this one out and I'll look and see like, is there anything that happens that day that I want to put like in the journal? In the case of the faith practice journal, usually not. This is more for my memory keeping journal. So this just is my like little go-to guy. And then I take my verse of the week, and see, this is the beautiful part about God. Like, he's telling me he's here for me in every aspect of my life, even if it feels like I'm alone. I don't actually feel alone. And this is the verse that he guided me to this week. This is actually my favorite verse in the whole Bible, and as of right now it is. And I've been studying Jeremiah personally, and the timing of the study of Jeremiah and coming into this verse has just been so strongly guided by his love and grace. And so blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. They are like trees planted along the riverbank with roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by heat or long months of drought. Their leaves stay green and they never stop producing fruit. And I love that so much because it's like, it's absolutely true. I mean, if you immerse yourself in God and you immerse yourself in his word and you stay rooted deep in love with him and you stay in his holy water and in his like Holy Spirit, the things that come up in your life, it's not gonna burden you. I mean, they suck, sure, but like you're still gonna be fruitful in your life. You're still gonna be able to do things for his glory. You're still gonna be able to get through your days because he provides and he gives you the water you need and he gives you all the things you need to produce fruit. And that's like such a powerful statement it's so poetic, it's so beautiful, it's such good imagery. Like, I can actually see this tree by the water with these awesome gnarly looking roots just like crawling down the riverbank, and you can see this beautiful big oak tree in this pristine water, and these amazing crisp beautiful leaves, and the fruits of the trees, and you can just imagine how that place must look. And it's because Jesus is there. It's because he's there. And so, yeah, that's it, friends. I hope you enjoyed checking out how I set up a page, and let me know if you like hearing some of this stuff, and if my sharing of my experiences, I hope by doing that process it inspired you guys to think about how you approach your life and the things you go through and when you turn to the Lord. So I'd like to pray with you guys right now, if that's okay. Jesus, just thank you for this moment. Thank you for this opportunity to be present with these people online, the ones who come across Grace and Truth Ministries by chance, whatever brought them here. It's never by chance, Lord, because I know it's through you. It's through you that you brought them to this channel, and that you inspired me to share the story about what's going on in my health and life right now. And Lord, I know that you do this for your good and for your glory. And so God, I ask that you take this opportunity of the time that we spent with one another, and you take this moment and you press it onto the hearts of others, and you help to heal them and bring them through their journey and bring them closer to you, God, and use this ministry as a way to inspire the viewers that are on this channel to embark in their own personal walks and journeys in faith with you. And God, I just thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for this time with everybody. So thanks for checking in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day.